Okay, so another important thing is learning how to pick a lobby. So you can create your own game, or you can join in one. So I wouldn't use these. So you can join in. I think if you click any of these, you just join into a random server. I don't really like that because I know what I want to play and I don't want to just put in a random one. If you're first playing, maybe this is a good idea. You can sort of try out a few, but you might get thrown into the same one 4 times. So when I play with my friends, we'll all party up. We all have Oculus Quest 2s, so we'll all create a party with our friend, and then we can all talk to each other. All the mics are connected. That is super cool. What we'll do is we'll create one. We'll create a map. We'll pick what kind of game we want to play. Usually, we used to play a lot of co-op. Now we play a lot of gun game, but I think there's more guys playing, so we'll probably play uplink, maybe a bit more. So we can create a server. Say we want to play gun game. I can pick a map, and if you go to Workshop, there are a bunch of other maps. So these are all the standard maps here. But you can go to Workshop and download a bunch of other fun maps that you can play on. They're not as high quality as this. Their night sometimes doesn't look as good, whatever, but they're still fun. So let's pick just a random one, like cargo. Now you could set it up. So I picked gun game. You can make some adjustments. The only thing I do, I'll say, if I'm just playing with my friends, I'll make it private, put in a code, click create server, and then now we have a server. So my friends, now I have a server that my friends can find. But where would they find it at? They would find that server through the browse section. So go to multiplayer, go to browse servers. So you can sort by whatever you want. So these red locks are locked servers or private servers, what I just made. So I came out of that server, so it's gone now. But if I were to play with my friends, I would say, show my friends only, show private lobbies, and then you can have all this stuff selected or unselected. It doesn't really matter. So then I click apply and I click refresh. I don't have any friends on right now, but that would pop up here. Sometimes it doesn't, and there seems to be a glitch. I'm not exactly sure. If we're joined up, I'll just say, hey, I don't see you. I'll make a server and you come into mine, and then we just trade, and for the most part it works. If you are looking to just play online, and it doesn't need to be your friends, I wouldn't show private lobbies. I wouldn't show friends only. And you can show full lobbies. It doesn't really matter. So at first I would play regular games. So I'd deselect, and then depending on what you like to play, do you want to play social modes like gun game? That's a fun one. I would turn off free roam. I would turn off shooting range. I don't like to play escort, which is like you have one guy who you're trying to get from point A to point B, and the other team's trying to kill him. I don't think it's very fun. I'd also turn off co-op. I don't like to kill robots with other random people, but that's just my preference. I mean, all of these could be fun for you. So click apply, click refresh. Now you have the list of servers that are available, so you can swap through these servers. So say I wanted to play an uplink. If I just wanted to play uplink or whatever, I can turn these off, click apply. These are just the uplink games, and you can see how many players are in them. So there's 9 out of 10, so I could hop into any of these players and play uplink with these guys. So it says under here the round is in progress, host is loading, but now this one became full. So this one became full. So you can jump into a round in progress. You won't get to start, for uplink at least, you don't get to start mid-game. Other modes, I think almost all other modes you can. Uplink is probably the most serious. You get 1 life, and it's like 5 versus 5, and you try to kill each other and send the code. So that is, so it's the most serious, so that's why you can't hop in. But the game has a timer for 5 minutes, so usually you didn't just miss them. Usually they're halfway through, so if you wait a couple minutes, that's not a big deal, at least for me. And in the screen, we can hop in and see. In the screen, we'll see
good shit, D.
People talking. Right now they're swapping. You will be able to see, if they're in a game, you'll be able to see the screen of who. You'll be able to see like a screen of whoever's playing on whichever team you select, so you can watch them play. So it's not the worst thing ever. So that's basically how you do browsers. If you want to create a browser, you can create one and play with your friends. You can create a public one, you can play a private one. If you want to browse servers, you can go through and select whichever ones you want. You can have them all selected and see everything, but you can get a bit swamped. I like to play social modes. So let's look at social modes. They're fun. So here's all this playing now. I mean, it's in the middle of the day, so there aren't that many people out. Normally there's a lot more people playing, but it's the middle of the day. So there's Spec Ops and there's gun games. Those are the two ones. I think gun game is the most fun. It's when you shoot somebody, you get a new gun. I would recommend creating a server and practicing with a friend if you have someone else who plays with you. If not, you can hop into one of these games. But some players are really good, and you might not be able to get that far through the guns. But each time you kill another player, you get a different gun. And there's 17 guns, and it ends with a knife and a riot shield. And you just go through, and it can be pretty exciting on small maps. It's very exciting. It's like there's a lot of adrenaline. So that's a fun one. Spec Ops, there's 2 teams. One of them can run really fast and only has knives. The other one can't run as fast, they can't see as far, and they have pistols, and it's sort of a battle between 2. That's fun too. So that's pretty much it. I would say, yeah, that's pretty much finding servers. It's pretty easy. Set it up, and you can pick whatever you want. You can trial and error. You can play whatever you want with your friends. You can make it private. You can make it non-private. I'm not sure how much editing you can do in it, but I think you can change some things. I think, for instance, if you go create a server, assault, pick a map, I think you can adjust. Maybe you can't. I thought you could adjust whether respawns are enabled or not. There's so if you want to make one that other people can play with, you don't have to make it private, and then you can say, oh, I want to create a comp lobby, I want to enable custom maps, whatever. Then you can set it up, and people can come into your lobby. Sometimes a lot of people come in right away. Sometimes no one comes in, and you're just sitting there. So that's why I usually join other lobbies unless I'm playing with my friends. So that is the main thing. So yeah, just do private, make up a password. Tell your friends a password. Make sure you add them as a friend in your headset. You can talk in the game. You didn't used to be able to talk between friends in the game. Now you can. So if you both come in that thing, if they select friends only, you will pop up, and then they'll be able to just come right in. If they know the code, they'll be able to come in, and then you guys can both go and play. So I think I had this set up as a competitive lobby. Yes, it says competitive assault. So in competitive, there's only certain numbers of guys allowed. So there are 5 players to these teams, so you can only have 3 riflemen, only each of these. So you can only have 1 sniper. So if 2 people want to be sniper, you see either the first one to click it, or one of you has to be a nice guy. So most of the time, 1 or 2 people are specialists, and around 2 people are riflemen, and every once in a while there's a support or a sniper. That generally seems to be the thing with the competitive players, but that's just sort of what I've noticed, and with no data behind it. So excellent. That's all.